It's a good dish, but it doesn't have the wow factor for me.
Hi, I'm Melody, and today we are going to be trying each other's Ghormeh Sabzi.
I would describe Ghormeh Sabzi as a herb and spinach stew with some either kidney beans or black-eyed beans.
It's all about the smell because that's what it draws your attention. And then the first spoon you put in your mouth, that's it. You can't get enough.
Ghormeh Sabzi is the king of all Persian dishes. It is my all-time favorite dish, so no pressure. باید جا بیفته, as we say in Persian. It needs to cook properly.
So the process is quite long. You can't rush it at all.
I was taught to how to cook by my mum, and she was taught by her mum. I think the essence of Iranian food you learn through generations of people cooking.
I hope we have tadig on the side as well, because tadig and stews are perfect match.
You can't leave the limu amani. Limu amani are dried limes, which give the dish a really distinct flavor, which is what you need.
I know that all the mums do it the best. You have to know, as it is the national dish of Iran.
هیچی مثل قرمه سبزی نیست.
What makes my Ghormeh Sabzi different is the amount of herbs I put in. It has to be fresh herbs, no matter what. I want a nice rich color and perfect aroma. First impression when anyone sees my Ghormeh Sabzi is the green oil on top of the Ghormeh Sabzi, which shows that your Ghormeh Sabzi is being cooked perfectly.
This looks phenomenal.
You got tadig. Tadig is always a good idea. Tadig is life. Iranian families, they fight over tadig.
The Ghormeh Sabzi is a very dark color, which is a good thing. It means it's been stewed long enough. You've got the dried lime in there, the one that I leave out.
It doesn't give off that strong, typical aroma. I'm hoping that the flavor will still fully be there.
Oh, did you hear?
It's made with lamb, so I'm happy to see that. The proof is going to be in the Ghormeh Sabzi. I need to eat it.
I'm very excited for this. It does look very delicious.
Nice. It's actually quite similar to how I make it as well.
It is top tier.
I think we're going to try the tadig, even though it's not essential to Ghormeh Sabzi, but tadig goes with everything, so. Very, very nice. It's like a tahchin tadig.
It smells a lot more pungent and strong than it does actually taste. It's quite neutral. I would probably add a tiny bit more salt, as per usual.
Even though I don't like limu amani, it doesn't make it bitter. So, a well-made dish.
The best thing about this Ghormeh Sabzi is the tenderness of everything. The consistency is beautiful.
How would you improve? I feel like these questions are getting in the way of my enjoyment of eating this meal.
The only way I would improve this is to add a bit more salt and a bit more lemon juice.
Personally, I wouldn't mind it packing a little bit more edge. Whether it's a little bit more lemon juice, as I said, that would just give it just a little bit of an edge.
I would score this Ghormeh Sabzi 7.5.
I would give this Ghormeh Sabzi a 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is reserved for Maman's Ghormeh Sabzi, but this is a very, very, very well-made dish.
My Ghormeh Sabzi, I don't think it's going to be that different from the others, I'll be honest with you. One thing that could be different about mine is they'll put the dried lime in the bowl. Personally, I don't put the dried lime on my plate. I don't like to eat it. If somebody else wants to eat it, somebody enjoys it, that's on you, you do you, boo.
The first impression is just the smell. You can smell the herbs. They talk for themselves.
It smells how Ghormeh Sabzi should smell, really. When you cook it, your neighbors know.
I think the presentation could be a little bit more better. I normally like the stew on the side so I can put as much or as little as I want.
The meat, I'm hoping it's lamb, but some people make it with chicken, which is not my preference at all.
And also, I don't like the meat with the bones in it. When it comes to serving, I don't serve it with the bone on.
Let's try and see.
The thickness of the khorish is quite good, and there's enough lubia in there.
It's lamb, great, good. So I'm happy with that.
for me is not sour enough. I can't see any of the lime in there.
It doesn't give you that kick that I was expecting.
The dry lime is one of the key ingredients in this dish.
It's actually not too bitter, but I can also taste that they have used limu amani, but it's not here on the plate.
I think the best thing about the dish is the rice. The rice is done to perfection.
The lamb is very, very tender.
The only downsides would be the bones, and also it needs a little bit more lime.
Very nice, well done.
It's a good dish, but it doesn't have the wow factor for me.
I would give this a 7.5 out of 10.
I scored this dish 8 out of 10. It wasn't sour enough for me, and also I prefer to have cubes of meat.
Almost an 8, but a little bit flat. I really like the way that I make my Ghormeh Sabzis because I think it's a really great balance of flavors. It tastes really, really homely, how a maman makes it. So the way that I make Ghormeh Sabzi is I use the meat of lamb leg, and then I use lots of onion, and you've got to make sure you fry the sabzi really, really well, which is the herbs. Aside from that, you can't leave the limu amani, but then the trick is take them out so it doesn't become too bitter, and instead add fresh lemon juice.
It has all the factors of a good Ghormeh Sabzi.
You can definitely smell fenugreek in here. Immediately the colour is beautiful.
It's what we call a jawfta de khoresh, which you can tell that it's been cooking for a long time. The little green oil that sits on the top, which shows that it's been cooked with care and time.
I can see that they've got meat off the bone, which isn't my preference, but it's okay.
Oh, there's tadig as well. You can never go wrong with tadig.
The potato tahdig, which is also my favourite.
And you can also smell the tanginess.
But it is a little bit thick, so I would have it slightly looser consistency.
Different parts of Iran and probably different families, they would use different beans for their Ghormeh Sabzi. They would either use red kidney beans or black-eyed peas. I can tell that she has been using red kidney beans, which is the most common bean for Ghormeh Sabzi.
I'm really excited to try this.
It's beef, it's not lamb.
The way that I make Ghormeh Sabzi is I use the meat of lamb leg.
This is delicious. I can taste the dried lime. It's quite a strong flavour in here, and I really like that.
The herbs are done perfectly. They've been chopped and sauteed perfectly. Overall, the taste is amazing.
The meat would be a little more tender, but I think just by leaving it in the pot with slightly a bit more water, it would be melt in the mouth tender.
I think this dish, it's very similar to the way I make it, and I really enjoyed it.
And it's decorated so beautifully, so well done. Really nice.
She has done it perfectly.
I would give this dish a 7 because I'm very fond of the flavour, and also the rice is very well cooked. I do like beautifully separated rice grains. Don't give me no squishy rice.
I would score this Ghormeh Sabzi 9.5 out of 10.
I've won Ghormeh Sabzi. Yeah. I've won life. I'm done here.
I knew it. My Ghormeh Sabzi is the best.
There's nothing more to my achievements. I've reached the top. Thank you guys so much.
Well, I'm happy to lose because, you know what, it's not my forte. The other mums are just phenomenal cooks, so hats off to them. They made delicious food.
Amazing, and that is a wrap!
Yay! Thank you so much.
Thank you.